I got a big box here from CGC, so I thought that I would open it. How's that sound? My name's Jim. I'm with CGC Sports Illustrated. Great and interesting cover. So we're talking 10 slabs, all modern. This is a batch that I sent in over a year ago. That's the challenge with this current wait time with CGC is, stuff I thought was cool a year ago, may not be that cool now. You'll see one of those that comes out and you'll be like, well, I'm not sure why you got that one graded, but that'll kind of come out. So 10 slabs, tons of first covers, lots of issues I've never owned before. So that'll be a lot of fun. I always like to tell a little story while I'm doing some unpacking. Number one, these are all newsstand issues. I don't collect subscription issues. I don't talk about subscription issues other than to say I don't collect them. Fine if you want to collect them, but when I'm talking about pop reports and pricing and all that stuff, we're talking about newsstand issues only. If you guys have seen my videos, you know I'm a firm believer in pressing, and that's not just because I offer a pressing service. That came about really as an accident. I started pressing for myself, and then people were like, hey, can you press mine? And hey, can you press mine? And I was like, sure. I'm a huge believer in pressing, whether you use my pressing service or CGC's pressing service. All of my issues that I've ever gotten graded have all been pressed. So that's something to keep in mind as we go through these. What are we looking for here? Look, it's been a minute since I've popped a 9.8 on one of these videos. So we are due. We're due for a 9.8. In fact, I'm due for like 3 or 4 of them. First one up. Not there, but okay. So this is what I was talking about. As far as, I sent these in 12 to 18 months ago and, just got them back now. This is Tua Tagovailoa's, I totally botched it. Tagovailoa? Quarterback for the Miami Hurricanes, who used to be at Alabama. This is his first Sports Illustrated cover. So this is from January 15th, 2018. He won a national championship with Alabama in 2017. He had, Dolphins had a schizophrenic year. They had a disastrous first half of the year and a spectacular back half of the year. They've got a new coach coming in for 2022. So who knows? Bit of a speculation on this one. I did get my labeling. First Tua cover. Again, now that I've requested this with CGC and identified this as his first cover, and they put it on the slab, and it should be showing up that way in the census. If you send this issue in, you don't have to do that. It's going to be on all future slabs. I believe this is a pop 1 of 1, none higher. So 9.2, first Tua cover. Okay, not bad. We'll start with that. Not bad. But we can do better. Can do better. Oh, this one's a little older. Got the old cigarette ad on the back. What is that, for Salem? Salem Lights. Hilarious. So next one up. Oh, okay. Man, I was hoping for better than that. Oh, I've got some, okay, so let's talk about this. This is Akeem Olajuwon's first cover. Let's get the particulars out of the way. First Akeem Olajuwon cover. This is from May 26th, 1986. This is a pop 1 of 3, none higher. There are now 3 8.5s. There are 2 8.0s, and there's some others out there. Really tough one to get in a high grade, and I'm going to try and see if I can get you guys to where you can see this, because that's the flaw. What that is there, that is a very old fingerprint. So when you touch this magazine, your oils from your hands get left behind on the magazine. And if your hands are really oily and that fingerprint sits on there for a long time, it'll eventually start to eat away at the ink. Now, if the oils, if you just touched it and you got some finger oils on there, you can usually get a cotton swab or a Kleenex and wipe it off real quick. But if the oils sit on there for years and years and years, it eventually will start to eat away at the ink, and there's nothing you can do to fix that. And that's what killed me on this one right here, because the rest of the magazine is in really good shape. By the way, going to be really condition sensitive. A lot of dark ink, full color back, a lot of dark ink along the spine. That's why nobody's popped anything bigger than an 8.5 on one of the greatest centers of all time in his first cover. I mean, this is a huge issue. But that you'll see that on a lot of vintage magazines. And you can actually see the person's fingerprints that have eaten away at the ink on the magazine. So that's Hakeem and his first cover. That's a fun one. I like that one a lot. Never owned that one. Some of these I've owned before. Some of these are repeats. Some of them are brand new. That Hakeem, that Tua and the Hakeem are both brand new to me. Am I seeing that right? Whenever I see a terrible grade, I'm always like, wait a minute, is that a 6? Is that a 9? What is this? This is for me, a grade snob. This is an absolute dumpster fire disaster. This is Kobe Bryant's first cover. What's wrong? Oh, yeah, I got this one graded. Yeah, there's a lot. I remember this one now, even though it was a year and a half ago. There's a lot of problems with this. But it's freaking Kobe Bryant, and it's his first cover. And so I was able to pick this up as part of a collection that I had bought. And, didn't pay much for the whole collection. This one just happened to be in there. And figured I'd get it graded because it's Kobe Bryant. So the pop reports on this, the pops have really exploded over the last year on this. So there are now 16 9.8. And this is one of the handful of issues where I really don't think the pop reports matter anymore. LeBron, Brady, Kobe, even if there's 30, 40, 50 9.8s, it's such a desirable issue that the pop reports really, I haven't seen it dragging down pricing, at least at the highest 9.8 level. There are 19 9.6s, there are 7 9.4s. It's Kobe Bryant. It's a great issue. I'm obviously not thrilled with that grade, but it's Kobe's first issue, and I love it. Always love it. And I own several other copies of that, including one of those 16 9.8s. And I think I still have one of the 19 9.6s. Yeah, in fact, I know I do. Next up, where is my 9.8? I'm due. Okay. Normally, this would be an unmitigated disaster. But this is Walter Payton's first Sports Illustrated issue, and let's talk about this a little bit, because this is maybe the rarest, at least as far as pop reports go, the rarest first cover of a massive, massive superstar. Got my labeling, so it's one good thing. First Walter Payton cover. So this came out on November 22nd, 1976. There's one 9.0. There is one 8.5. There's one 8.0, and there's one 7.5, and now there's a 4.0. 5. Maybe the greatest running back, in my opinion, biased, I'm a Bears fan, in my opinion, the greatest overall running back in history. Walter Payton, his very first issue. That's a great looking cover. Spectacular cover. You can see Payton. You can see the number 34. He's carrying the ball. It's an action shot. Spectacular cover. And there's 5 of these that have been graded in newsstand. That is, are you freaking kidding me? That's it? That's how impossible this issue is to find in newsstand. So, this may be... And I knew this had some problems. You probably can't see it. I'll zoom in here. Oh, you can see it there. See that? A bend that breaks color that runs all the way from the bottom all the way to the top. I mean, that's got to be like 2-3 points minimum deduction right there. And it's got some other problems, spine ticks that break color and all sorts of other stuff. But I'm thrilled with this at any grade. 4.0, Walter Payton. Absolutely take that all day. One of 5 in the world. Crazy. Crazy, even at 4.0. Love that. All right, next up. Maybe I got spoiled over the last year with all the 9.8s I was able to pop, and man, it's been a couple. I think it's been a month since I've had a 9, like 2 or 3 or maybe 4 unboxing videos since I've had one 9.8. I've had a lot of vintage in there, so that's been part of the problem. Those are almost impossible to pop at a 9.8, but it goes to show you how difficult it is to get a 9.8. It's tough. Fingers crossed on this one, whatever it is. 9.0. It's too bad too, because this may be my favorite LeBron James cover. It just is from a a work of art standpoint. Okay, his first cover is always going to be most collectible, but the Cleveland Rocks cover. So this is May 25th, 2009. There are two 9.6s, so nobody's popped a 9.8 on this. There's a 9.4. There's several others out there. Let's talk about why. Condition sensitive, dark cover, dark back, dark on the spine. Makes it really tough to pop that 9.8. But this is probably my favorite LeBron James cover. Cleveland Rocks. He's doing the powder up in the air like he used to do before, every single game. It's a takeoff on the Drew Carey show theme song, Cleveland Rocks and all that stuff. I think this is an awesome cover. 9.0. It's okay. Need something that's going to get me excited here. Next one up. This one's older, 80s. More cigarette ads. They must have banned cigarette ads at some point. I should do some research on that because none of them issues, it seems like, after 2000. When I see a cigarette ad, I'm like, oh, that's at least 80s or 90s. That's nice. That's pretty good. So you've seen a lot of these lately in my last 5 or 6 unboxing videos. This is Joe Montana's first Time magazine cover. So this is from January 25th, 1982. There is one 9.4, which I own. There's a 9.2, and there's now two 8.0s. So this is now a pop 1 of 2 with only 2 graded higher. I know the labeling is on there because it was on there with the last one that I sent in. And this is just a great cover. And if you watch my other unboxing video, I've never seen it before, but Joe Montana was on the cover of Time Magazine, Newsweek, and Sports Illustrated, all on the exact same day, January 25th, 1982. So cool and kind of a cool one to have. And Joe Montana, 8.0 Time. All right, we're ripping through these. I got a couple left. I'm trying to think of what I haven't seen yet, because I know what these issues are. I don't know what the grades are, but I know what these issues are. So let's see what we got here. More cigarette ads. Must be 80s or 90s. That's pretty good. 9.0. This is another one that's tough to pop in a high grade. Why? Full color back, and it's all black ink back there. Just makes those flaws come screaming out. They did not give me my labeling on this. So this is not Shaq's first cover, but this is his first pro cover. I requested that they put that on the labeling. I didn't get it. There is one 9.8. I know the guy who owns it. It's a great looking cover. There's a couple 9.6s. There's a 9.4. You can see this here at 9.0. It's a great looking cover. I love this kind of perspective from the backboard with Shaq going in for the slam. This is Shaq's rookie year. This was not a good team that he was on with the Magic. Hard to believe. This was what's the date on this one? November 30th, 1992, and it was just a few years later that they were in the Eastern Conference Finals playing the Bulls. They finished 500 that year. Interestingly enough, Steve Kerr was on this team. Steve Kerr, who played, on 3 of the Bulls championship teams. Guys like Scott Skiles, Kenny Anderson. They missed the playoffs that year. Not a great year for the Magic, but a very cool first pro cover for Shaq. I'm going to have to get another copy of that one and send it in so that we can get the right labeling on that. Okay, 2 left. 2 left. And here we... my chances for popping a 9.8 are running low quickly. Oh! This isn't even that great of a cover. But I just wanted to get a 9.8. So this is John Wall's first Sports Illustrated cover. John's a good player. I don't know how collectible he is. He's, not top tier. He's a B level or C level as far as collectability goes. But I've talked about this in a lot of other videos. Pretty much any issue graded at 9.8 is collectible. And I thought I had a really good shot at popping a 9.8 on this one, which is why I sent it in. If it was, anything short of what I thought was perfect, there's my flaw right there. Jeez. I probably wouldn't have sent this in, but I thought I had a really good shot at 9.8. Still pretty cool. John Wall's first cover. It's from back when he was playing with Kentucky. Played Played most of his career with the Wizards. Then he was traded for Russell Westbrook to Houston. I did get my labeling on this, and I'll need to check the census because I got 2 labelings. So I got my first John Wall cover, but then I also got my John Wall variant. This is a variant cover. I think there were 4 different covers produced this week. John Wall was on one of them. I love variant first covers, even for guys that might not be as collectible like John Wall. So I'm hoping, and I've been pushing CGC on this like crazy, need to break those population reports for each variant out separately in the census. So I'm going to be excited to go to the census and check that out and see what happens. Oh, still got 2 left. Okay. I miscounted there for a second. John Wall, 9.6. It's okay. It's okay. No, it's not. I'm mad. It's a 9. You know I hate 9.6. I hate 9.6. And that one... Did you see me try and put a pretty face on that? 9 point. I was like, no, I'm fine with it. No, it's fine. No big deal. No, I'm pissed. Freaking 9.6. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a great grade. And this is a very cool, not a Sports Illustrated, not a Time, not a Newsweek. This is a game program. So this is... a Birmingham, I don't even know. Yeah, Barons. Birmingham Barons game program from 1994 when Michael Jordan was playing minor league baseball for the Birmingham Barons. I came across this as a standalone. I was at a card show or something, and a guy had, some magazines, some random stuff, and some game programs, and came across this, and I snatched it up in a minute. I'm a big Jordan guy. I just think that this is so cool. 9.0 seems a little soft on the grading because it looks to be in perfect, impeccable shape. But I love it. This is so cool. So this is a pop 1 of 1, none higher. Again, 1994 Birmingham Barons. This is a collector's edition. This is a season preview guide. So call it a game program, I think best, because that's the kind of category it sits in there. But look at that shot of Jordan. This is a beautiful book here. Beautiful shot of Jordan. Nice tight shot. He's got his Birmingham Barons uniform on. He had one cover of Sports Illustrated when he was playing in an exhibition game for the White Sox where he had his White Sox uniform on. So issues and game programs with Jordan in a baseball uniform, pretty darn rare. And I love this one. I'm thrilled. Thrilled with that 9.0 Michael Jordan cover, 1994 Birmingham Barons. That is, that's cool. I don't care if you're a Jordan fan or not. That's cool. Oh, almost gave that one away. I didn't see the grade. I saw what issue it is. I didn't see the grade. All right, this is the last one. Let's end on a high note. Let's pop a 9.8 if we can. Let's do it right now. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. CGC seems to be. I love CGC. I think they've done. They've had a really hard task in front of them with the explosion in collecting for magazines and comic books, and they've had some growing pains and that sort of stuff. But man, their grading seems to be getting a little bit more inconsistent, which worries me. But this is a very cool cover. Yeah, now that I look at this, I think 8.5 is fair. This is Tiger Woods. This is his second Sports Illustrated cover. This came out on April 13th. Yeah, April 13th, 1998. There's one 9.8. There's two 9.6s. There's a 9.2. And then you've got this 8.5. Tiger did, won the Masters in 97. This cover came out in 98. Didn't have a great year that year. I think he finished 8th in the PGA standings that year. I know Marco Miro won the Masters in 98. So he did not have a great year in 98, but as is the same with sports cards, or usually the same with sports cards, when an athlete, the rookie card or the first cover is the most collectible, then after that, it's usually the second cover that's the next most collectible. So I really like this issue. It's a nice looking issue of Tiger Woods. Cool. Got a, white tiger sitting on there with him. That's pretty cool. Not sure if I need to do some research on this, see if there was really a tiger there. I'm going to guess not. I'm going to guess this is photoshopped. but still pretty cool. So Tiger Woods, 8.5. Decent unboxing video. That Michael Jordan Birmingham Barons game program is certainly the highlight for me, and totally makes up for any kind of softness in these issues here. Appreciate you watching. Subscribe here on YouTube. Follow me on social media. So it seems like most people pick one social media platform to really focus most of their time on. That's why I'm on all of them. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. If you're a big Facebook person, join our Facebook groups. That group is growing like crazy. We got over 200 people in that group now, which is a lot for a small hobby like this. So just go to Facebook groups and search CGC Sports Illustrated. That's my username too on every other social media platform. You can download my audio podcast, CGC Sports Illustrated, wherever podcasts are available. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it.